companies that 10 years ago you never would have envisioned having to avail themselves of bankruptcy have done that. And they've come out on the back end better companies. So there's a lot of focus around, if you're going through Chapter 11 reorg, do it right, get your company reset to have a very viable future. And there's now enough examples in the market where that viable future bar has been raised higher and higher. So the key to going through bankruptcy, I think there's no one single magic bullet to it. I think it really starts with an assessment of what is the business, and are you in bankruptcy because the world has moved beyond your business model, or are you in bankruptcy because maybe you became over leveraged, or some competition came on the landscape that you weren't expecting? So there's a big difference between, I need some help in terms of shoring myself up, versus I have a busted business model. And for the companies that are in the category of, we just need a little bit of help, we need a little bit of protection to restructure ourselves, that's the first ingredient. The second ingredient then is for those companies to really do a hard assessment of themselves. It's the time when all the skeletons need to come out of the closet, and you really need to look in the mirror and evaluate your strengths, appreciate your weaknesses, and figure out a game plan to maximize the strengths and minimize the weaknesses. Some of that has to do with getting advisors that have been in the space, getting folks that have been through that process before, but a large amount of it has to do with the commitment of the company to get through it. So I think when you're looking at advisors to help you through the bankruptcy process, bankruptcy itself is a very, very broad arena, and there's a tremendous number of advisors in the space. Many of those advisors focus on very specific elements of bankruptcy, and some of those advisors try to offer an entire solution to the space. Our approach is that the solution needs to be tailored to what the company needs. I think that's a very powerful differentiator, because when companies get through it, at the end of the day, it's not a sprint, it is a marathon. And it's a marathon that can last a heck of a lot longer than 26 miles.